When Terry McClure enlisted in the Marines, he thought he knew the risks, but he had no idea of the dangers from within, infiltrating the vast campus of Camp Lejeune in North Carolina.
He drank water from all over the base.
It was here at the base where roughly 1 million people were exposed to toxic water from 1953 to 1987, causing some of them to get sick and even die of illnesses from Parkinson's disease to cancer. In 2022, President Joe Biden signed a law allowing those exposed to
"This is a legal alert"
file a claim for compensation with the Navy, sue the government in federal court for damages, or both. But 3.5 years later, only a fraction of people who have sought compensation have received any money. Andrew Van Arsdale represents around 9,500 Lejeune families.
I never expected the Department of Justice, led by the executive branch of this government, to fight tooth and nail as hard as they are every step of the way.
Of 407,000 claims filed with the Navy, the federal government has so far only made offers to settle 2,864 of them. 2,056 of the offers were accepted, totaling $543 million. While the pace of payouts has ticked up in recent months, in part by offering claimants an elective option to guarantee a quicker payout, more than 99% of the claims still have not been resolved.
That elective option pathway has been open for over 2 years. I mean, we had 450 claims 2 years ago, right? They've responded on 40 of them.
Associate Attorney General Stanley Woodward tells Spectrum News the agency has reprioritized approved settlements for victims and families, many of who sadly had to wait years for justice. And I am proud of the work we have done since my confirmation to speed up the compensation approval process, and we will continue to approve settlements on an ongoing basis. In addition to the claims filed with the Navy, 3,724 lawsuits were filed as a result of the Lejeune legislation. To bring that number down, Spectrum News has learned that Woodward signed a memorandum last week allowing those claimants to apply for the same elective option available to those filing claims with the Navy. But critics say the elective option doesn't offer victims enough money, and some families ask why this whole process is moving so slowly. One problem, Van Arsdale says, is the legislation didn't include specific money for Lejeune victims, so the funds are being pulled from a general pot, money that DOJ doesn't want to part with. Another challenge is with those 3,500 plus lawsuits. They are stuck in one court system, the Eastern District of North Carolina. Now, there is bipartisan legislation to alleviate the backlog, but it's stuck in Congress.
I am tremendously disappointed that despite bipartisan support for people who serve their country and who are injured by their country, that we cannot get this taken care of.
A source familiar with the delay says the House Judiciary Committee isn't enthusiastic about moving the bill, citing high costs and the committee's other priorities. Repeated requests to Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan's office were not returned. The bill also appears to be stalled in the Senate. One concern is over attorney caps. Amid all of those challenges, victims are left waiting.
These men and women are very sick, and they don't have time on their side.
Men like Terry McClure, who 3 years ago died waiting. His wife, Denise, says he died from Parkinson's disease, and she says it can be traced back to the water at Lejeune.
That's the motto, is no Marine left behind. And yet they've left thousands of us behind. It's about owning up and fessing up and making good on my husband's last years.
Terry enlisted knowing a fight may come. This was not the one he thought would kill him. In Washington, Reuben Jones, Spectrum News.